Hey guys, it's me. I'm a moron. I started this video a minute ago and poured down my black paint without even putting the base coat down. Okay, we just had a tornado pass over. Well, it wasn't really a tornado, but it was a rotation cell or whatever, and it had my 9-year-old freaked out. So we were in the bathtub for about 15 minutes, and it was pretty funny. We don't get those very often, but so when they do, they kind of garner a bit of attention around here. Especially with him, he's terrified of tornadoes and bad storms and stuff. So we were in the bathtub for a while. Anyway, what I'm doing is I want to do another one like the last one, and only I want to make this one. I want to try to make it like a storm. I want to do black at the top, and then a dark blue. The black is Master's Touch. The dark blue is part Liquitex Prussian Blue and part Phthalo Blue by Master's Touch. And then I've got one that's part Blue Gray by Liquitex and part Iridescent Gray by Liquitex, which is a darker gray. And then I've got also a pale blue. It's Liquitex Pale Blue. No, Artist Loft Pale Blue. And I want to put that on at the end. And I'm hoping that the white cell activator will kind of appear like lightning. That's my plan. Of course, you know how these are. I mean, it's like when people say, you know, what does God do when you make plans? You know, he laughs. Well, these are kind of the same thing. I mean, when you make plans, it's just a joke because, for me anyway, they don't ever turn out like I plan. And that's why most of the time I don't really even have a plan. But this time I kind of have a plan, and it'll probably be a joke. But anyway, since I poured half my black out on the table, I had to go mix some more black. And that's okay, because I probably didn't have enough the first time. I want quite a bit of black. So it's probably okay. We'll see how it turns out. I know it's not going to turn out like I want it to. It never does. I mean, anytime you do one of these and you have a certain plan in mind, it's just ridiculous because it's never going to do that. But I thought it was an interesting idea anyway, and that's the best way to go into it, thinking, well, it's an interesting idea. It'll probably not come out anything like that, but it's an interesting idea. So, okay, I want that black to kind of move down a little bit so I get plenty of it coming out in the pour. And then I want to put I think I'll do the gray next. I have not diluted these any. I've been doing that lately, just not diluting them. I think they do better that way. I don't know. This gray probably could have been diluted a little bit, but I didn't. I want it to kind of transition, but you know how that is. That's just what I want. It will do whatever it wants. But it doesn't ever hurt to have an idea in mind and, you know, go towards that, and just don't be upset when it doesn't turn out exactly like you planned. Now for this blue, like I said, this is, did I tell you all the colors? I can't remember because I did it in the last video. That's Master's Touch Black. This is Blue Gray and Iridescent Gray, which is a dark gray and a light gray. And then for this blue, I want to put like a small strip of it running through up here and some down here like this. Maybe a little bit in throughout. I don't know. Let's see how it goes. Alright, and then I got this light blue. It's supposed to, I mean, it's all going to mix together, of course. But I wanted the light blue in there for like the breaks in the storm. You know how when you have a storm and then the sun kind of clears off or it kind of opens up. So I'm just going to put it down here at the bottom. I'm not going to put it up there at the top. And I don't know what difference that'll make. Probably none. But like I said, I don't usually have a plan. I usually just kind of go where it takes me, but this time I sort of had an idea of what I wanted. So we'll see what it does. Alright, this is all sort of running over the corner, so I'm going to back it down that way a little bit. Alright, now I've got my cell activator, and this is 2 parts Floetrol. This is probably thicker than even 2 parts Floetrol and 1 part paint. It's probably almost more like, it might even be more like 2 parts paint, 1 part Floetrol. I don't know. It's got a lot of paint in it. It's thick. But I want my cells, my lacing, to be more substantial, to be thicker, and maybe to be a little more, a little stronger. They tend to sort of break up, and so I thought maybe if I made that a little thicker, it would help. Alright, let's see what we get. Okay. Alright, let's see here. I'm giving that just a second to kind of settle in. It looks like kind of like what I was hoping it would do so far. We got a long way to go. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. I just want that to kind of move back into position a little bit. Let it settle out, let it make some cells or whatever it's going to do. And then God, my kid's in there screaming at somebody else on the internet. I'm so glad I have a door to this room. I'm a bad mom, aren't I? Yeah, I'll just shut that door, and whatever's going on out there for the next 10 or 15 minutes, it's just going to go on out there. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, I'm so bad. I'm really bad. But I really don't care, y'all. I'm being honest. This is my time in here, and I do what I want. I don't know whether they call this a Dutch war or a swipe. It's kind of a hair dryer swipe, but it's also kind of a Dutch whore. I don't know. Ooh, I like that. The lacing was better this time, y'all. I think that thicker cell activator might be the way to go. I'm just gonna tilt this down for a little bit so I can cover these ends down here and get rid of a little bit of that white. I'm not gonna worry about covering the corners. Well, one of them's already covered, and I'll get some white to cover that other one because I don't want to tilt it again. I like it going that direction. It's kind of swooped on both sides and going straight up and down in the center, and I like that. Let's see. I really like this painting, y'all. I think that's really cool. It's pretty. And it has turned out a lot like what I wanted it to, you know. There's even some neat cells down there. Let me get some white and fix this up here real quick. Get this corner. There we go. Let me check out those corners down there. Can't see those, so I don't know how they look, but I'll get to them later. I like that. It reminds me of a storm, kind of. The lightning and the blue and gray. Cool, I think. That lacing looks a lot better to me. I like that, that kind. It's a little more substantial, and it goes all the way up and down. So you got some cells down here and over there. Yeah, I like that. Let's see. Now, I didn't have much GAC 800 to put in the pillow paint, so I hope it doesn't craze. It almost looks like a snowstorm, too. But look at that. That does look like lightning, I think. We got some cells down here. Some pretty cells. Look at that. Now, I didn't put any glue or any silicone anywhere. And I still got some cells and things. Look at those. Cool. And there's some more. They're really neat the way they formed in there, in those lines. Look at that. It looks like ice. Like really, that blue ice that they say gets on the road, or gray ice, whatever they call it. See those little cells in there all throughout though? It's kind of neat. I'm really liking this one. Alright. Well, that's good. I'm glad something good came, because it's been one of those days where it's hard to motivate yourself to do anything. It's been dark and rainy, and I mean, all you feel like doing is napping. And so I finally got myself up to do something, and I'm glad it worked out well, because otherwise I'd be real tempted just to go back to bed and take a nap. So thank goodness y'all are here to help me be motivated and do something. I appreciate it, and I hope y'all are having a good day. Be careful if you're around us and you're in this bad weather. Anyway, y'all stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.